we wanted to be the place for champagne. Champagne completely relates to luxury. And so the family challenged me with something that's engaging in such a beautiful, large space. And we came up with the idea of sabering every bottle. So when someone orders a bottle of champagne, we saber for them. Sabering started when Napoleon and his officers were advancing through Europe. And people who owned land or old property used to give him a gift as a thank you. And the officers didn't have time to get off the horse. So they would take out the saber and they would take the top off and drink and dump the bottle and move on to the next property. So we wanted to make it exciting and sort of a showpiece. So every time somebody orders a glass of Veuve Clicquot, which is our house pour, with Trump champagne, we do a sabering of a Magnum. We find a seam on the bottle and we clear the path. Every bottle has two seams where the two molds come together. We clear the path of the knife because I want to follow the seam on the bottle and hit the lip of the glass. I loosen the cage. Just about 6 twists and I tighten it above it so when it hits the marble floor it doesn't shatter. Usually we have a guest. Ring the bell. Everyone turns around, crowd goes wild. 1, 2, 3. Voila, perfect saber. So we came up with the name Benjamin based on the fact that Benjamin Franklin was the godfather of postal service. So we wanted to do something very innovative. So we came up with the name Benjamin, and like Benjamin Franklin, we come up with ideas like wine by the spoon, sabering, and also being innovative in the way we do things. We wanted to do something that has never been done before, which was wine by the spoon. So I talked to a friend of mine, Ben Hawkins at Royal Tokai, who him and Hugh Johnson had purchased the vineyards of Royal Tokai in Mad Hungary when the wall of Berlin came down, and refurbished them. They were the original vineyards that were planted at the time of the Romans, who exclusively provided wine to the Tsar of Russia, wines that have been known to have aged over 300 years. The main vineyard sites are Bisalmos, Betzek, and Metzamali. And the most rare wine that comes out of the Royal Tokai is Essentia, which is only made on exceptional years. So I asked Ben, I said, Ben, you're looking for something that's different and luxurious. And, you know, as a sommelier, I drink from a metal spoon called Testovan. And Ben mentioned that they have these crystal spoons that are very beautiful and handmade and rare, which is the ultimate luxury, where they taste the rare wine from it. So we decided to offer the program here as a pilot to our luxurious wine tasting element, which will be the Royal Tokais by the spoon. So we encourage everyone to have the entry-level Royal Tokai 2009 5 Puchonios Ajou, which is a sweet wine. Wine is made from ferment grapes. By adding baskets of dried raisins of the same grape from the previous years to the current wine to sweeten it. So we start with the 5 Puchonio, and then we do the Betzek vineyard. This is 6 Puchonios, and it's one of the first growth vineyards of Hungary. There's only 4,728 bottles produced. And then we have the Metzamali vineyard from Royal Tokai. That is also 6 Puchonios Asu. Single vineyard, only 2,386 bottles produced. And of course the ethereal Essentia, which normally sells for $2,000 to $3,000 a bottle. The idea was make wine accessible, to make it interesting and to make it educational. And if you like a spoon, then you can have a glass or you can have a bottle. So I'm going to pour for you. It will be presented. Normally we do 3 or 4 spoons and tableside with white glove. Each spoon is about 1/2 ounce. And then you do 2 spoons, it's 1 ounce. Betzek. Then we have Metzamali. And they're very different in color, they're different in ripeness, they're different in the style, and they're true expressions of the terroir of the wine and what the vintage and the water and the air does to a wine. When you taste them side by side, they create a really unusual way of learning about wine and understanding what you like and what you don't like. The Essentia is usually about 9 to 10 Puchonios. I think bringing back tableside service was a big element for us. That is sort of a lost art in the DC fine dining scene when you arrive. So we're doing that as an innovative part for breakfast. Starting in the morning, we do power breakfast in the restaurants at 6:30 a.m., followed by continental breakfast tableside with croissants by Chef Fabrice, and coffee and orange juice and fresh squeezed grapefruit juice. Turning into 11 o'clock, we turn into charcuterie and cheese tableside, which is something that, again, is unusual for DC. And you can come in and work, have a working lunch. And then around 11, also, we start the champagne service tableside. So that all comes together as something that is not expected in a lobby of a hotel.